come on a date with me to the HoloLive Aquarium. This was really exciting. There were so many cool things here. Anyway, check out the foyer. Isn't it huge? I bet their budget's massive. The first thing we saw were the scuba ducks. Look at their little hats. They were so cute. And then we have Amelia Watson. I didn't really know much about her. Apparently she was like this great big explorer or something, and she found all these holofish, which I think is really impressive. She had this huge boat. I got to see the boat. I do like a nice boat. But the thing is, the boat wasn't necessary because all the fish that she wanted to have a look at were underwater. I mean, that's usually where they are, but apparently that was a shock for Miss Amelia. I think I'd be pretty shocked too. There's also a display on coral and coral bleaching as well, and how it's super important to conserve environments, especially vulnerable ones that are underwater, because of course, you know, if coral die, obviously the rest of the ecosystem dies. It's a really fragile balance, and we have to learn how to support and protect our oceans, especially for all the other holofish. Amelia, I put on my bikini for this little shot. I wanted to try and pose with Amelia. I really love the cardboard cutouts. And then we met the blacksmith penguins. Do you know these penguins were already in the Iron Age? You know, I tried to say hello and mimic them a little. One of them seemed to notice me a little bit. Had a lot of fun trying to waddle, but they didn't seem too bothered by it. And then there were the feline Asian seals, which are definitely not cats and just 100% seals, probably. These were really cute too. I love their big eyes and the way they sort of just flop everywhere. I mean, that's so relatable. And then we have the ocean tunnel. And I was so, oh my gosh, I always love these when I go to the aquarium. They're so immersive. Like, there's so many different types of fish, things that aren't fish as well. Manta ray is not a fish. I don't actually know if a manta ray is a fish, but I was really excited to be there anyway. There's this octopus that I found, which I really love the octopus. She is so cute. Look at her with her little hat and her little skull. Definitely not dangerous at all. There is also another cardboard cutout of Amelia Watson. I found it really funny that we were looking up and she was looking down on us. And then of course there was also a ton of fish flying overhead as well. We'll see later. This is me just... I just really like fish. And then of course there were some hermit crabs. We saw... Come here. Okay, so we saw the moon scallop. And alongside the moon scallop, there is also the peafowl crab, the crystagger crab, and the squirrel crab, which is honestly, like, they were getting along together so nicely. I love hermit crabs too. I think they're so cute with their beady little eyes, and they got their little feely antennas. And I love sitting and watching them because they're so watchable. They just scuttle around all day. I wish I could scuttle around all day. It looks fun. And next we moved on to the jellyfish. I like jellyfish. I know I keep saying I like everything, but fish are just so cool. Jellyfish especially are so charming because they just sort of slowly float there. They don't have any brains, they don't have any problems. They just get to bounce up and down all day. Now this one was huge. It was the painter jelly, and it had like little blobs of paint on it. At least it looked like paint. The description seemed to hint towards that it wasn't really a jellyfish at all, and that it might have been an alien. But these two are my favorite, especially the zombie jelly. I get it, because I'm zombie too. I loved that so much. We're zombies together. You know, I looked at her, and she had like a little sword thingy in her head too. We were matching! As you can see, I got really excited about it. These moon jellies, they were just really pleasant to look at. Especially since I got to stand next to a cardboard cutout of Amelia Watson again. She's really pretty. I tried mimicking the jellyfish again. I think I got the rhythm down better this time. And then we got onto the big aquariums. Oh my gosh, I was really spoiled for choice here. But I was especially enamored by... There we go. I spotted it. There was a little, like, snail right at the bottom of the tank. It looked kind of lonely, honestly. It was just there by itself, so I decided to pretend to be a snail and try and keep it company. But then a manta ray went by. I love it when aquariums are so lively. When I got to the seahorses, there were so many different colors, so many different shapes and designs. I was absolutely smitten by them. And all they do, like, much like the jellies, all they do is float. They're horsing around. You know, it's a little bit of horseplay. Here is where I felt really thankful that, you know, you came along with me today. And that I'm already having such a good time and we're only halfway through. You know, I was just happy that we got to spend some time together today and look at some really cool fish! Next up, we have the Reaper moray eel and the Phoenix pufferfish. There's also a really big shark in the back there. She was so huge, but she had scars all over. It made me wonder if she was okay. I said hello to the pufferfish, but then she blew up and swam away, so I don't know if I scared her or not. I felt a little bad. There's an eel in the back there too. Another gorgeous octopus. I think she had a stocking on one leg. She seemed to be holding a book. I mean, I know octopi are smart, but I didn't know they could read yet. I tried mimicking her, maybe trying to speak her language, but she wasn't really that interested in me. Which is fair, it is okay. I said hello to all the little fishies anyway, in case I didn't want any of them to feel left out, you know? And the pufferfish stopped blowing up when she saw me, so I think she got used to me finally. I hope so, at least. Next up, this is the witchfish. She's in her own little corner. It's connected to the big tank. I had a look at the onion-made catfish too. She's kind of gorgeous. I mean, I assume she's a she. Most of these creatures, you can't really tell, but I think she's a she. But this, okay, we're almost to my favorite now. In this tank, we have fishies like the clock snail and the galactic loach. I think it's so important to have a lot of biodiversity. I think loaches help a lot. I'm not really sure though. I think it's a really funny name. Because it kind of sounds like Loch from the bodies of water, like Loch Ness and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, I wonder if there's a Holo Nessie. Oh, wouldn't that be cool? This is my favorite. This. This is the Forest Guardian Axolotl. I love, like, all her little sticky outy fins, her green little head, her pinky little tail. I was completely enamored. I could sit here watching her for hours. All she was doing was floating, but wow, her tiny little feet. I'm in love! This was the scariest of them all. I'm not usually afraid of aquatic creatures unless they're super big. But this one? Anglerfish? Oh, wow. It was because we could only see her through a tiny little porthole, and then she'd swim away, and then she'd swim up really close again. Just making me nervous, like she was eyeing me up for dinner or something. And I'm like, no, excuse you. I think I'm supposed to be the one eating fish? This shot, especially, I wanted to include this because I wanted to show you the absolute scale of this place. It's gigantic! You know, you really have to wonder about the budget on these places. Another one of my favorites, the porcelain doll frog. She's so demure, and look! She's even got her imitation clockwork on the back. I very much liked her. I tried to get her to hop along with me, but she was not bothered. She was not interested. And neither was the Fisk the Mud Skipper. Apparently they have a pearl on them at all times. I did try to have a look for the pearl, but I just couldn't find it. Another Amelia Watson cutout heralds the end of our tour, which, you know, is kind of sad. I actually really wanted to see more fish. And of course, at the end is the aquarium gift shop. There were so many little fish plushies, and they all look so realistic and lifelike. But of course, I had to choose my absolute favorite, which is the Forest Spirit Axolotl. She fits so nicely in my hand. You know, I wanted to show you her. She's gorgeous, and her little bow. I was so smitten. I'm so glad we got to spend some time together here. And of course, we had to visit the cafe very last. The open windows really give you the sheer scale of the space. It's huge! And you think about all these different fish and how they get to have to be maintained in the environment. It's so cool.